Until I'd been assigned to represent Jeff David, I knew nothing about the case except for what I read in the newspapers. So it was with great reluctance and a deep sense of responsibility that I became his lawyer. I decided to do the best I could for the poor old Negro, but as I gathered evidence, I could not find a single witness to testify in his defense. And the evidence against old Jeff was damning.
I'm coming. Hold on!
Captain King! I got over here as fast as I could.
Oh, Tom, this better be important to break me out of my sleep like this.
Oh, it is. The Franklins, George and Drusilla, they've been killed.
So, what do you want me to do about it? Let the sheriff handle it.
They had a load of money. Let's go see what we can find out.
Money? Hold on. Just let me get dressed.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Thomas Mackey presiding. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the state of South Carolina versus the defendant, Jeff David. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Please proceed with opening statements.
Your Honor, members of the jury, the defendant Jeff David has been charged with the murder of our good neighbors George and Drusilla Franklin. We will present evidence at this trial that will show that the defendant had both the motive and the desire to commit this act. We look forward to securing justice for the victims of this heinous crime. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Solicitor Cawthorn. Mr. Benet?
Your Honor and members of the jury, during this trial you will hear the testimony that may implicate my client, but Jeff David, colored or not, should be afforded the same rights as everyone else. Jeff was a faithful servant to the deceased and is suffering by their loss as much as anyone here. I believe that once you review all the evidence, you will have no choice but to return a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
State calls to the stand Captain James King. Please state your name, age, and occupation.
My name is Captain James King, 42 years old. I'm a retired Confederate soldier.
Captain King, what did you see at the Franklin house the morning after the murder?
I found footprints coming right from Jeff David's cabin, leading right up to the front door of the Franklins. Now, I also found the same footprints at the base of a persimmons tree, one which, a branch had been cut. So I borrowed the defendant's shoes to confirm.
You're sure both sets of footprints are from the defendant?
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you, Captain King. I have no further questions.
Mr. Benet, you may cross-examine your witness.
Captain King, at the time you were searching for Jeff's prints, wasn't there already a crowd around the house?
Oh yes, there was a big crowd.
Then how could you tell Jeff's footprints from all the others?
Well, I measured his shoe against the footprints I found by the house.
Could I see the shoe you used to match that footprint?
Sure, the defendant is wearing them.
Jeff let you borrow his shoes?
Yes, sir, he did.
Order! Order! This courtroom will come to order.
Request permission to examine the shoes.
Come on, counselor. There is no need to examine them. The witness already did. Request denied.
Your Honor, my client has had a long and faithful service to the Franklins. He has never caused any troubles. Given the severity of the charges, I'm requesting a motion for a new trial so as to gather additional evidence that could be favorable to my client.
Solicitor, do you have any objections to this request?
Your Honor, I see no reason to delay this trial.
Court will go to recess for lunch while I consider the motion for defense. Counselor Benet, please see me in my chambers.
Yes, Your Honor.
William, Why in the hell are you dragging this trial out?
A man's life hangs in the balance, Your Honor.
I am aware of that, but I will not allow you to turn my courtroom into a sideshow.
Will you at least consider my motion?
As I said, Counselor, I will consider the motion. Now, I'll see you in court after lunch.
How much do you think the reward for catching the killer will be, Captain?
No, it don't matter. It's more than either of us have now. Now, we should split up to cover more ground.
Good idea. Captain! Quick! Over here!
What is it?
I think I found the murder weapon.
Hot damn, you did indeed.
The Honorable Judge Thomas Mackey presiding. Please be seated.
Ample evidence has been presented in the case of the state versus Jeff David. However, defense has requested a delay to gather more evidence that might be favorable to the defendant. After careful consideration, I see no reason to delay the inevitable. Therefore, motion for a new trial is denied. This court finds the defendant guilty of murder. Defendant Jeff David is sentenced to death by hanging.
I'm very sorry, Jeff.
Mr. Benet! Mr. Benet, can I trouble you for just a moment?
The case is over, Captain.
Yeah, well, I just need you to sign this document for me.
What documents?
For the reward money.
What reward money?
For helping with Jeff's conviction.
Who offered you a reward?
The governor.
Really? How much did he offer?
$750. Now, I got signatures from the solicitor and the judge. Now, I just need yours. then I can get paid.
Did you know about this reward before you testified at the trial?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
Sir?
I said, why didn't you tell anyone?
I suppose because it never came up.
Withholding information that aids my client's defense makes your testimony invalid, Captain.
I told the truth.
The reward money gives you a motive to lie.
The judge said he was guilty, too.
Never mind the judge.
Listen, Mr. Benet, will you just sign this?
Listen to me carefully, Captain King. As long as I am Jeff David's lawyer, you will not see 1 cent of that reward money.
Well, you ain't nothing but a nigger lover. I have my rights.
And so does my client.